showing you how to take an old unwanted t-shirt and turn it into a super simple DIY superhero cape. My son is 3, so he's a little too old for bibs, but I put one on him anyway because he was eating a popsicle and he started calling it a superhero cape even though it was faced forward. So I looked at it with its t-shirt neckline and an idea was born. I'm going to be sewing parts of my cape, but you could easily make this without any sewing at all. In fact, all you need is an old adult-sized t-shirt and scissors. Everything else is optional. I'm going to be making a superhero logo out of felt and sewing it on, but you could easily glue it on with fabric glue, or you could paint it on with fabric paint. First, you need to turn the t-shirt inside out and put it on the kid you're making it for. Go ahead and put your arms in the holes. I'm using a fabric pencil to outline a rough sketch of the future cape.
I like drawing on shirt.
You do? That's a tickle. I'm marking roughly where the shoulders end, and in the front I'm going down to just above the t-shirt logo. Once that's done, you can send the kid on his merry way and get to cape making.
Pentacles too?
First, I'm laying the t-shirt flat and cutting off the sleeves. Then I'm cutting up the sides of the t-shirt from the bottom up to the armpits. And now I have a big long rectangle with a hole in the center for the head. Now I'm just cutting off the front of the t-shirt just above the old t-shirt logo. Next, you want to fold the t-shirt in half lengthwise with the wrong sides facing out so you can see where you marked with the fabric pencil. Now I'm cutting from the shoulders and flaring all the way out at the bottom so it makes an A-line shape or flares out, kind of like Batman's cape. For the front, I'm kind of rounding the corners, and then I'm unfolding it and kind of evening out any weird wiggly cuts. Now, it's important to note that knit does curl. It doesn't fray, so you can leave these edges unfinished, but I'm going to finish my edges just to hopefully prevent a little bit of that curling under that knits tend to do. So for me, I'm putting a 1/4 inch hem all the way around using a ballpoint needle in my machine, and I'm using a zigzag stitch. Again, you can leave it unhemmed if you want, but if you want to prevent the curling but don't sew, you can use a fabric glue or some other kind of similar product at your local craft store made just for hemming without sewing. Now, we could be done here if you want, but I'm actually going to go ahead and add a superhero logo with felt, and we're going to do that by starting with a pattern if you're going to be using felt, or you can make a stencil if you're going to be painting it on. So to make my pattern, I'm just tracing off of my iPad, and the only reason I'm doing that is because I wanted to save the ink on my printer, but you could easily just pick a font, make it really large, and print that out on your computer, or do as I'm doing and trace it off your iPad. Next, I'm cutting it out, then pinning it to my felt and cutting out my felt. And then I'm pinning the logo to the back of the cape and sewing it on again with my ballpoint needle. I stitched about 1/8 inch from the edge using a straight stitch. You could also applique it on using a zigzag stitch, or again, just glue it on with fabric glue. Dun, 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 and now you're finished. You took an old unwanted t-shirt and turned it into a superhero cape for your favorite superhero. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, I appreciate any thumbs up you want to give me if you liked the video. And if you haven't already, you can also subscribe for more DIY, craft, and sewing videos.